While things are good economically speaking, it seems that the president still can't help himself when it comes to muddying the truth. Listen to what he said on Friday.
We've accomplished an economic turnaround of historic proportions.
All right. Not quite sure what turnaround the president is referring to here, as he inherited an already booming economy. The U.S. economy is in its 10th year of growth, marked by falling unemployment and gains in home values. This is a period of recovery that began under President Obama in the wake of a major recession. You can date this recovery to 10 years ago, March 9th, 2009. So it's 9.5 years. It's the 10th year that we're in. So that's that. The president also claimed this.
I am thrilled to announce that in the second quarter of this year, the United States economy grew at the amazing rate of 4.1%.
Well, he's right about the 4.1%. I'm not sure where the amazing came from. It's not actually unheard of. The U.S. economy saw stronger quarterly GDP growth 4 times. This is the 4% line, so we just got to 4.1%. 4 times during the Obama administration, it saw higher growth. One time was even above 5%. So again, not that amazing. President Trump also dipped into this classic hit with this one.
And with the help of Republicans in Congress, we passed, without one Democrat vote, the biggest tax cuts and reform in our history.
So we have to think about tax cuts as a percentage of the size of the economy, GDP. And when you look at it that way, President Trump's tax cut is actually the 4th biggest in recent history. The latest round of tax cuts doesn't compare to Obama's 2010, which was 1.3% of GDP, or 2013, 1.8. It doesn't hold a candle to Ronald Reagan's Economic Tax Act, Recovery Tax Act of 1981, which was the largest tax bill in 100 years. Which brings us to Donald Trump's next whopper.
We have added 3.7 million new jobs since the election, a number that is unthinkable if you go back to the campaign.
Unthinkable! Except that the figure's on pace with the last few years of Barack Obama's presidency. In fact, this is the average for the Trump presidency, this dotted red line here. This here is the average of the last 18 months of the Obama presidency, right? So we got equal halves here. Donald Trump has created fewer jobs on average than President Obama did in his last 18 months in office. So it's not that unthinkable. The president moved on to wages.
Manufacturing wages are expected to rise at the fastest rate in over 17 years.
Sounds good, but this is based on a survey of manufacturers' hopes and dreams about wages. It's actually not economic data. It's also hard to believe, considering that wage growth, this is wage growth in the Trump administration, this is wage growth in the Obama administration. Wage growth has slowed significantly during the Trump administration. Okay, enough of that. The economy may be doing okay, but President Trump's trade wars with some of America's biggest trading partners could actually hamper the growth we're seeing. Joining us now to talk about this is Deanna Oken. She's a former commissioner